Good afternoon, everyone. And this is Sanjay Sinha from Aurora International School. And a very hearty welcome to everyone to Aurora online classes. My dear students, I'll continue the same lesson today. In my previous class, I taught you about the adventures of Toto, and you know that Toto actually is a baby monkey. Is so cute but very mischievous, very naughty monkey. This Toto always disturbed others. Toto never remained silent in the grandfather's house. He was always supposed to do some kind of mischief, which Sararat. He was always there to play some tricks, to play some naughty acts. Baby monkey Toto. At the same time, I taught you as to how he behaved at the Saharanpur railway station, and as a result of which, grandfather had to pay extra charge 3 rupees to the ticket collector. Let's go ahead. When Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable where he had for a companion the family donkey Nana. Underline it. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause, pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. Now, grandmother, the writer's grandmother, had accepted Toto as a pet, and now the grandmother had no problem with Toto. So it was the time for grandfather to keep Toto in a stable. A stable is a place where horses are kept. So Toto was kept in the stable, and there he had a new friend. He had a new companion, new friend, and that new friend in the stable was Nana, and this Nana was a family donkey. But Toto did not allow Nana to feel comfortable in the night. Toto used to tease Nana. That is why Nana is a family donkey, and Nana got disturbed in the presence of Toto. Nana faced lots of problems. Nana faced uneasy. Nana got restless in the company of Toto. Why did Nana face a problem? As I said, that this Toto was a big nuisance to the family. Toto always played tricks. He always did mischiefs. He always made mischiefs. Mischief means some naughty acts, sararat in Hindi. So, actually Nana was pulling at a halter. You must have seen halter is a kind of rope or a strap around the neck of animal, especially around the neck of a horse, around the neck of a dog, or around the neck of a donkey. So the strap or rope around the neck of animals like donkey, animals like dog or horse, this strap is called halter. So Nana was pulling at a halter. Actually, Nana was feeling restless just because of Toto, and she was keeping her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. A bundle of hay was lying there for Nana, and she was keeping her head away from it. It means then grandfather uh, paid his first visit. Means now Toto was kept in the stable. As usual, grandfather came to check whether not Nana, whether this Toto had any problem or whether Toto was uh, behaving properly or living comfortably or not. So he came. So on that night, grandfather paid a visit to Toto. He had come to check whether he was comfortable, uh, whether this Toto was okay or not. But when he found there, he was really surprised to see. Actually, why was he surprised to see? What was the thing that he saw there? Actually, grandfather saw that this Toto is disturbing Nana, and as a result of which Nana was keeping her head as far as possible away from the bundle of hay. So actually, grandfather gave Nana a slap on its haunches. Haunches means back, and as a result of getting a slap across the haunches, across the back, this donkey Nana, this donkey jumped back, and also dragged Toto with her. Actually, why did Nana drag Toto with her? Why did Nana drag Toto with her? Actually, the thing was that Nana was catching, not Nana, sorry. Actually, this Toto was catching Nana's ears, and that is why when Toto had caught Nana's ears, it was painful for Nana, and because of this pain, Nana was feeling uncomfortable, Nana was feeling restless, Nana was feeling lots of pain because her ears were caught and being dragged by this naughty baby monkey Toto. Toto and Nana never became friends. Underline it. They never became friends. Now, a great treat for Toto during cold winter evenings was the large bowl of warm water given by him by grandmother for his bath. He would cunningly test the temperature with his hand and then gradually step into the bath, first one foot, then the other, as he had seen me means writer, doing until he was into the water up to his neck. Now, what happened? Actually, actually Toto was very fond of taking a bath in the winter evening. He liked to have a bath in the winter evening. He liked water and he liked to have bath very much. He was fond of taking bath in the water. So there was a large bowl of water, warm water, given by grandmother for his bath. Actually, grandmother had given a large bowl of water, means a large bowl of water was kept on the fire and it was boiling. And what happened? And it was this large bowl of water, this large bowl of warm water was meant for Toto to have a bath. And Toto enjoyed bathing in the warm water. So Toto came there and Toto came and checked the temperature of that water. So what did he do? He stepped into the bath. At first Toto kept his one foot and then he kept his another foot to check the temperature of that water. And when he found that the temperature of the water is okay and the water was boiling, and then what happened? Actually, he was in the warm water up to the neck. So he went into the warm water in the kettle, and the water was up to the neck of the Toto. And then what happened? Actually, he used to, because he used to mimic, he used to copy the narrator. This is the same way the narrator also used to take a bath. And now Nana was there, and once comfortable, means once everything was okay, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. Actually, he used to, Toto used to copy narrator. How did, in what way did Toto copy the narrator? Actually, the narrator also used to have his bath like this. First, he used to have his bath, means the narrator used to have his bath with warm water during the winter. So Toto did the same thing. Like the narrator, he was also enjoying the warm water. He was also taking bath with the warm water, and like the narrator, Toto was also rubbing his back, rubbing his body, rubbing his skin with soap, as the narrator used to rub himself while taking a bath. So Toto also rubbed himself while taking a bath with soap. When the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could go to the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. And then when he found that the water was cold, when he found that the water had become cold, he came out of the water and went to the kitchen to warm himself. Because when he came out of the water, he found that it was cold. So in order to warm himself, Nana went to the kitchen to warm himself. So this warm himself means actually Toto went to the kitchen fire to warm himself. Why did Toto go to the kitchen fire? Toto went to the kitchen fire to warm himself because outside it was cold. So Toto went there to warm his body to the kitchen fire. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. And if anybody could laugh at Toto doing like this, Toto used to get badly hurt. Toto got hurt when he found anyone laughing at him while Toto was taking a bath, rubbing himself, going to the kitchen, isn't it? So Toto was badly hurt. Toto took it as an insult for himself. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. The water was very warm, and thanks God, it was grandmother who saved Toto, because Toto did something which led him to boil himself about half of his body. I would boil himself almost half alive. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea. This is the second incident. A large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea, and Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping means jumping, up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled means pulled out, bahar nikalna, him half boiled out of the kettle. Now, this is another incident which happened with Toto. So, what happened? Once a large kettle was left on the fire to boil, and this large kettle was kept on the fire to boil for tea. And Toto saw it, and water was boiling. Since water was boiling and Toto came from somewhere, and he removed the lid of the kettle and got inside the kettle. So Toto did not know anything whether the water is boiling or not. So Toto got inside the kettle, and that kettle was kept on the fire for tea, for making tea. And what happened, that water kept in the kettle was boiling, and Toto removed the lid of the kettle, got inside it, and he started jumping up and down. And then and there, when Toto realized, when Toto found that the water is boiling, and Toto wanted to come out. Toto wanted to come out when he realized that the water was boiling. And actually, since the water was boiling, Toto was feeling very hot. And Toto started coming up and down. He started jumping up and down. Then and there, grandmother, the narrator's grandmother, saw and came for Toto's rescue, came to help Toto, and she pulled Toto out of that kettle in which water was boiling. So actually at that time Toto was half boiled. Thanks to the narrator's grandmother, who came on the right time and helped Toto pull out him out of the kettle. Otherwise Toto could have got burnt alive. So this way the narrator's grandmother came for Toto's rescue. This way the narrator's grandmother saved Toto from getting boiled. But by that time, when grandmother came, Toto was feeling restless. He wanted to come out, but fortunately the narrator's grandmother saw and came very quickly and pulled Toto out of this kettle. So this was another incident of his mischief, his naughty act, in Hindi Sararat. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, of course he was a very mischievous, though he was a baby monkey, but he was very naughty, very mischievous. He never, hardly a day passed when he did not do any act of mischief. This was his regular feature, this was his regular routine, means making some mischief was his regular routine. He used to disturb others by making his regular mischief. By this way he used to disturb others. He never sat silently. He never kept himself mum. He never stood stand and still. He was always busy in creating problem for others. He was always busy in making mischief for others, and his mischief irritated other members of family. If there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. It was his habit. It was his act. He used to tear the things into pieces. Whenever one of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. And whenever the narrator's aunt came to him, this Toto, this baby monkey Toto, never sat silently. He used to go and he used to tear, or he used to make a hole in the narrator's aunt's sari. He used to tear her sari. He used to tear her dress. This was his mischief. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed, and Toto threw a plate at her. Underline it. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree. Now, this story is humorous. This story makes us laugh. Actually this Toto's mischiefs make us laugh and irritate also. One day what happened during the lunch time, a large dish of pulao was kept on the dining table, and then it was the members of the family to have their lunch. So before the members of the narrator's family sat for lunch, the dish of pulao was kept in the center of the dining table. And when they entered the dining room, when they entered the dining hall, they found Toto stuffing the pulao from the pulao dish. Means they found that Toto was stuffing, means Toto was eating pulao from the pulao dish. And at that time, what happened? When grandmother saw, she screamed, she shouted, and when she shouted, Toto felt bad and Toto threw a plate at her. Toto did not like anyone to disturb him. So grandmother, the narrator's grandmother, saw Toto, what is this Toto doing there? Toto, come, and just flee this Toto away. Toto is eating all the pulao and Toto will eat up everything. Toto will finish everything. This Toto heard the grandmother's shout and he felt very bad. So as a result of which, what did Toto do? Toto threw a plate at grandmother. Then not only at grandmother, then what happened? One of the narrator's aunt rushed forward to keep Toto away from the pulao. And then what did Toto do? Now Toto picked up a glass of water and threw at the narrator's aunt. Underline it. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and ran away through a window. At last who came? Grandfather came. And when grandfather came, till the time when grandfather came, he saw, and then and there Toto picked up the dish of pulao and ran out through the window and sat on the jackfruit tree. Jackfruit, you know, it's a tree, and this jackfruit in Hindi we call it kathal. So he ran out. When Toto saw grandfather coming, Toto picked up the dish of pulao, ran out through the window and climbed the jackfruit tree. So now the dish of pulao was with Toto, and Toto had climbed up the jackfruit tree and started eating all the pulao there. We found him in the branches of the jackfruit tree. The dish is still in his arms. Who picked up the dish? Who picked up the dish of pulao? It was Toto who picked up the dish of pulao when he saw grandfather coming towards him, and he ran out through the window, climbed the jackfruit tree, and now the dish of pulao is still in his arms. Means Toto was still holding the dish of pulao with his hands and continued to eat, or continued to finish the pulao kept in the dish. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined on finishing every grain. And he remained there. Toto remained on the tree. Toto remained on the branch of the tree all afternoon, as if it seemed that he would finish every grain of the dish. Means he would eat even every grain of it. Means it appeared that Toto was determined to finish each and every grain. And then, in order to spite grandmother who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree. And now everybody was irritated, everybody was fed up with the mischiefs of Toto. Nobody was happy with Toto's mischief. And because Toto knew that this grandmother had shouted at him, so after having finished his pulao, he threw the plate down from the tree. And as soon as Toto threw means Toto dropped down the dish of pulao after having finished it, what happened? And chattered and with delight when it broke on 100 pieces. And when he threw the dish from the tree, who threw the dish from the tree? Actually, Toto finished pulao first. He ate up all the pulao which was in the dish, and then and there he just threw the plate, threw the dish down the tree, because grandmother screamed at him, because grandmother had shouted at him, which he did not like it. So now it is clear that nobody was happy with the mischiefs of Toto. Everybody was fed up. Even the grandfather was fed up. Now no option was left with grandfather too. When he found that nobody is happy with this Toto, Toto was a disturbing element. Toto was a problem monger. He always created problem for the members of the family. Nobody was living peacefully there. Everybody was restless. Everybody was sad. Everybody was actually looking quite grimaced. Obviously, so Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. It was realized that we cannot keep Toto as a pet, as it was very destructive. He used to damage each and everything. So obviously Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized it. Now it had also come to the realization of grandfather, means I mean to say even grandfather had also realized that we cannot keep Toto for a long time with ourselves, with us, because Toto had damaged so many things. Toto never remained in silence. He remained in silence. Toto was always bound to. Toto was always supposed to do some kind of mischiefs which could irritate other members of family. So he damaged everything. So it was not a pet to be kept. Grandfather also realized it. Now there was no option left with the grandfather. So out of frustration, earlier we have seen that grandfather, of course grandfather was a lover of animals, and he felt pity for this baby monkey Toto. But now everything was beyond limit. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that we were not well-to-do. Well-to-do means rich. Underline it and write the meaning. Well-to-do means rich. Actually, we were not well-to-do and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes, cloths, curtains, and wallpaper. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for only 3 rupees. Actually, the writer is saying that they were not so rich. They were not well-to-do family. They were not rich. That is why they were not in a position to afford such a big loss. It was really keeping Toto in the house incurred a big loss for them, because Toto caused a huge loss for them. And Toto ruined everything, curtains, dishes. It was a great loss, and now they were not in a position to bear any loss. So since the family was not rich, they couldn't bear such a big loss of money, such a big loss of dishes, because dishes, cloths, curtains, because it was Toto who used to ruin and damage everything. Cloths, you know, in the very beginning we have seen that it torn off Toto's blazer, his school blazer. It peeled off the ornamental papers pasted on the wall. It also damaged Aunt's sari. It also broke down the plates. So there was a big loss of everything. That is why it was decided. Grandfather had also come to know, and he had also understood that keeping Toto in the house is not profitable. Keeping Toto in the house would invite regular troubles. That is why grandfather understood it, big loss, and then and there grandfather sold this Toto back to the Tonga driver for 3 rupees. So here there was also a loss of 2 rupees. But the security is of family, the happiness of family is much more than that of keeping a monkey like a pet. So actually monkey is a wild animal. We can't keep monkey as a pet. So though we should love animals, though grandfather took great care of monkey, grandfather felt pity on him. He was always worried about, always concerned about the monkey's well-being, since Toto was a very cute monkey, it was a baby monkey. Despite of everything, grandfather realized that keeping Toto is not a wise idea. So ultimately grandfather sold it back to the Tonga driver for 3 rupees at the loss of 2 rupees. So here, my dear students, we have studied about the adventures of Toto. This story is humorous. Humorous means this story makes us laugh. At the same time, we come to know that it's very difficult, it's very hard to keep a monkey as a pet. Though we should treat monkey, or we should treat the animals with love and respect. If we love animals, if we give respect to animals, animals will also love us. Animals also respond to us in the same way, in the same manner. We have a number of animals which we can keep them as pet, like dog, like cat. Even we also keep a cat as a pet, we keep a dog as a pet, but all these animals remain faithful to us. But it's very difficult to keep a monkey as a pet. So these are the this is the a story, and now the story comes to its end. So whatever I have taught you about the adventures of Toto. Here adventures refer to the mischief of Toto, Toto ki shararatein. That's all for today, my dear students. I hope you have understood it. If you feel any problem or if you have any query, feel free to ask me. This is the end of the lesson. That's all for today. So keep learning, keep practicing, keep working at home. Thank you very much.